Hello, my name is Claire Adam and I'm the author of Golden Child, which is published by Faber in the UK. And I'm absolutely thrilled to be here on the shortlist for the Authors Club Best First Novel Award. So thank you so much to the Authors Club and to the judges, and congratulations to everyone else who's been on the long list and shortlist. I'm doing a short reading for you. Golden Child is set in Trinidad and Tobago, which is where I was born and grew up. And the story is about a family, quite a poor family, with twin boys, and the boys are 13 when the novel opens, and one of the boys goes missing and is later revealed to have been kidnapped. The section that I'm reading is the boys are at home, and they're about 6 or 7, I think, at this stage, and the principal of the local school, which is a Hindu school, comes to visit them, and the whole house has kind of been cleaned, and Mummy has gone out to get her pack of the Danish butter cookies, which some of you will be familiar with. The principal is sitting on one of the bamboo chairs with his knees wide apart. He smells bad, a bad body smell mixed with lime alcohol, which helps a little bit, but not that much. The tin of cookies is open, and Paul sees straight away how 2 of the little compartments are empty. The little paper cases askew, already being picked up by the breeze. The O's are my favourite, the principal is saying. I always take those before anybody else could get them. There are crumbs and grains of sugar stuck to his moustache. You have some milk? I could well stand to take some milk right now. Mummy goes to the kitchen. So, the principal says, sitting forward, his hands clasped together, I could already tell who is who. He points at Peter. You look like the bright one. You're Peter, eh? Peter nods. He points at Paul. You must be Paul. They both nod. They told me you all were twins, he said. Siamese twins. I thought I would come here. I wouldn't be able to work out who was who. But look how easy it is. Straight away I could say, you're Peter and you're Paul. We're not Siamese twins, Peter says. He always has to say this. We're just normal twins. They told me Siamese twins, the principal said. Identical. You all don't look identical to me. Peter's look more vibrant, Mousy says. He's more vivacious. Paul is the quieter one. I see that. Paul is the one who's kind of crazy, eh? He's studying Paul closely. Paul wants to get out of here, but Peter is warning him not to. I hear how he's like scream and rock back and forth and thing like that. He used to, Mummy says, coming back with the milk. He doesn't do it anymore, not really. I hear how he's like put his fingers in his ears and scream, the principal says. You heard what the children saying about him, eh? How he's possessed by the devil? Children say all kind of stupidness, Daddy says. That is nonsense, Mummy says. Children too cruel. What kind of thing is that to say? If my children said that about anybody, I wouldn't allow that. What kind of people are these? Who is saying that? All kind of people, the principal says. He waves a hand towards the trace. It's a general thing. It only really happened once, Mummy says. It's not true. It happened more times than that. When they went to do the haircutting, you know the haircutting ceremony in Superior? I don't know what it was, but he must have taken a dislike to somebody or something. And he screamed then, it's true. But he hasn't done it again. Do you remember that? The principal asks, suddenly turning to him. He wouldn't remember, Mousy says. Hush, I'm talking to him. I want to hear him talk. Hello, you can talk? You can't talk? He could talk, Mummy says. I'm not hearing him say anything. They all stare at him. Paul is trying to think what he can say. He can't remember the question. They want him to say something about Cyprian, about why he screamed. All he remembers is noise and crowds and being pulled one way and another way and trying to tell Mummy he wanted to go home. And she didn't listen to him. And so in the end, he just put his fingers in his ears and screamed. And then they took him home. Good. You could really see something wrong with this child, the principal says. He's not normal. You could see it in his eyes. He reaches forward and takes another little stack of cookies. At his side, Peter is telling him, you want them to send you St. Anne's? Quick, say something. Hello, Paul says shyly. I'm Paul. I'm 5 years old and I live in Tiparo in Trinidad. There's a sudden silence. Mummy and Mousy laugh, but nervously. See? He could talk. He's a little shy, but he could talk. He's awkward, Mousy says, but that doesn't mean he's possessed by the devil. When Uncle Vishnu hears about it, he only laughs and says they should go to the Roman Catholic school instead. I already went to the principal, Uncle Vishnu says. I already explained the whole situation to her. But I will have to pay for that, Daddy says. How much it costs? I will pay it, Uncle Vishnu says. Don't put Peter in that backward school. He'll be wasting his time. Trust me. Vishnu knows, Mousy says. Listen to what he says. His education is the most important thing. I know that, Daddy says. I just didn't know it cost me so much money. And that's times 2 if I send both of them. I will pay the fees, Uncle Vishnu says. I will give you the money for books. Whatever he needs, I will pay it. And Paul, I want them to stay together, Mommy says. I'll pay for him too. You could ask for a discount, since we're sending 2 children to the school. I could ask her, Uncle Vishnu says, but you wouldn't be able to get it for free. She has teachers to pay, she have to keep up the school buildings. It takes a lot of money to keep school running, you know. She's only getting a little bit from the government. School fees pay for the rest. But it's worth it. Trust me, education, it must be worth it. I'm going to stop there. Thank you so much.